So we made it to the visitor center at Amicalola State Park, and this is a brand new one. It's built really nice. We were dropped off by Suchess, our shuttle driver. So we registered in the back, and now we're going inside to get a few bottles of water and that, and then we have to hike up to
Dear Lord.
the lodge, and that's the lodge we're going to stay out at just for tonight, and then tomorrow we start the trail. Okay, we're at the AT hiker registration. There it is now, and we're about to go in, right, Mare?
Yes.
Okay, let's pull you down. All right, let's go register.
So, walk through the arch, you'll have one trail that actually goes up this main road here. Comes up here all the way past the dead ends where you have your reflecting sign, stretch through it, and then it's stairs. Yeah. Several hundred.
Okay, did it.
Beautiful. Beautiful. That's one way to go. The alternative is go through the arch, go straight across until you hit this trail. That's a little bit easier, but the alternative is.
So we got our tags, and Marion is 1126, and I am 1127. So we're set to go. Okay, Mare. Okay, we're leaving the lodge, not the lodge, the visitor center.
Visitor center, yeah.
And here's the arch that you start from. This is the approach trail, so we're not on the actual AT yet. We got to climb up the mountain. But first we're going to the lodge. That's where we stay tonight. And then we continue on the trail tomorrow. But Marianne says she would prefer to do the stairs alongside the waterfalls, which there's over 600 stairs, so it's a little bit of a challenge. This is the traditional route, which is a regular trail. This way goes to the stairs for the waterfalls. And who are those two hikers' names, Mare? Justine and Zoe are those two
We just met.
girls up ahead that we just met. We took each other's pictures at the arch. So already we're starting to meet friends. Okay, we're at the base of the waterfall trail. And this is shortly up there is where the stairs start. And we follow the waterfalls all the way up to the top. Stairs are gonna be tough. There's a lot of them. But it's very nice here. They definitely improved it over the last time I was here. All the sidewalks and that are much nicer right here. Here's the start of the steps right here. And they go up. This is the first section. And this is the waterfall here, beautiful. And they go around there and up over here. You can see that's where the rest of them start. We just ate lunch and now we're checking into the Lodge Hotel. So pretty nice here. That's the little store here, and that's the view outside. And we just ate. We're gonna go there again for dinner, I guess. We're splurging our last hurrah before we hit the trail. Okay, here's our room at the lodge.
Bathroom.
Oh, there's a girl in my room. Wow, look at this. Not huge, but nice. but a great view. Look at this mountain view out here. Wow. There's that girl again.
Stop.
So anyway, this is what I gotta take a picture of the sunset later. So we're pretty tired. Our legs are a little rubbery from going up those 600 stairs. That was a
Strenuous, difficult.
yeah, that was strenuous and difficult for the first day.
Level.
But anyway, it was the waterfalls was really beautiful. So we're going to relax a little bit and probably unpack and repack and definitely shower tonight. All right, here we go. Out the doors, the last time we'll truly be in civilization. We're leaving the lodge on a nice sunny day. That's it. We are on our way. Day one, yesterday when we walked up to the lodge along the falls on those 600 steps, that was technically day zero because we were just coming up to the lodge, but we did a lot of elevation gains, so we don't have quite as much to do as we go towards the start, which is Springer Mountain. So we go down the road about 2/10 of a mile. We get on the approach trail to the start, which is Springer Mountain. And the next 3 or 4 or 5 days are supposed to be pretty good. No real forecasts of rain, but there is a danger of fire because there's supposed to be high winds in a couple days, but we're not worried about that too much. Okay, until we talk to you again in a little while. So here we are on this nice sunny day on the approach trail. We've gone about a mile and we're taking a rest already, but it's hard for the first day. And here we are with Marianne. How's it going?
It's rough.
It's rough.
Yes, I gotta get used to this.
You definitely have to get used to it. These first 3 or 4 days are gonna be exercise, get the muscles in shape and get over the soreness. And then maybe by a week you'll start feeling a little better, right?
Yep.
But right now we're taking a snack because we didn't have breakfast at the lodge. Okay, are we to the top yet?
No,
Okay, how long are we gonna rest here?
we gotta go.
We gotta go. I don't know. I don't know if I can stand up. You sure you're ready?
No, but we gotta go.
We gotta go. Okay, we gotta go. Marianne says so. Do a little video as we're walking just to show this nice section in the sunny day. Don't worry, we're not lost. There's no other way to go. There you go, blue legs. You happy? everybody's so happy to go downhill because it's easy as long as it's not too steep. But you know what? Whenever you go downhill, you're only going to have to go uphill again. Yep, there we go. We start to go uphill. It's going up to 69 today, so the bugs are out. So we're eating our ramen noodle cold soak. Really delicious. And just keeping the bugs away from us a little bit with our head nets. But it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And in case you're wondering how for lunch we clean our utensils, Mare, clean your utensils so we can put them away. Nice and clean, we can put it away now. This first day of hiking on the approach trail was pretty tough because, you know, it's your first day and you're not in complete shape like you'd like to, especially for Marianne because she didn't get to train as much as she'd like. But it was hard going up the hills for her. And then we just passed a shelter that's about maybe 1.75 miles from the start of Springer Mountain, where you have the first blaze. And I said, okay, it's been hard, you're tired, you want to stop here, and then we'll get a fresh start in the morning, do the 1.5 miles, and then touch the first blaze. And she's a real trooper because she said, no, what time is it? I said, it's about almost 2. She says, no, let's go, let's keep going, let's go all the way to the start, and then there's a shelter up there just past it. So she's doing well. It's hard for her right now. It'll be a week before she starts feeling better, but she's pushing through anyway, so real happy about that. And right here is Springer Mountain ahead of us. We got to climb that. I guess it's going to be about a 400 or 500 foot climb. I don't think it's just straight up, but no, maybe it's a little less. I don't know. But that top of that mountain there is going to be the start. So I figure within the hour we should be up there. All right, let's go.
Thank you.
We're on our way. All right, Mare, this is it. We've taken our first steps on the trail. That approach trail was just a test to see if you were going to stick it out. It was not a waste. It's traditional. I mean, we're going 2,200 miles. What's another 8 miles? We've decided to stay at the first shelter at Springer Mountain, and we use the privy as which you saw, and we have our bear box over there for our food, so we can put that in there. And here's our tent with our stuff, and we're just getting ready. We got water down at the spring. Now we're getting ready to cook some dinner. Marianne's in there blowing up the mattresses and setting up house. You're the
So what you doing, hon?
I'm filtering water.
So we got water from down by the shelter. And then that's our drinking water. And cooking water. And
Okay, Mare. Dinner is served. our backpacker meals. How wonderful they are.
Yes, they are.
You always splurge the first week, right?
Yes.
And you buy these expensive backpacker meals. After we resupply for the next time, we'll have to get whatever we can find in the supermarket.
I know. But it tastes good after a long day.
Did you, you ate all your cold soak ramen, right?
I did.
But we didn't eat the tuna fish packets.
No,
Forgot about those.
we were too tired and too busy.
Either you were too tired,
I
or I
was
forgot
too
about
tired.
it. Yeah, going up those hills.
Yes, it
A
was
lot of
hard.
hills for the first day.
Yes, it was.
But you did it.
As you kept taking more and more of my
I didn't take that much.
weight off, thank God.
Yeah, what was it? It was over 7 miles.
Yes. After the 600 steps yesterday,
Yesterday we did about
Yeah.
a mile. That included 600 steps up the stairway along the waterfall.
right.
So that
with
was
an elevation of
Tough on the
I
legs.
don't even know.
So today was over 7 miles to get to Springer Mountain and the start of the AT. This lasagna, ready-wise, is not known for being the best, but this lasagna is not bad.
And I'm in my comfy clothes so I can go right to sleep then. Tent is set
I think
up.
we're going to lay down before it gets dark
Yep,
because I'm pretty tired.
we are.
But we're going to have a beautiful sunset. We should watch that. You know,
If I'm awake, yeah.
if you're awake, right? It's only a tenth of a mile back to start, so that's a nice vantage point. You know, this doesn't have to taste good. It just tastes good because I'm hungry. And we're right near the Privy.
We're sitting on a bear box.
Yeah.
So afterwards, we put our food inside here so no bears can get it. Our tent is just beyond there.
It is our home for the next 5 months.
So we are ready.
Well, I already met some people who are also through hiking. So one guy from Wisconsin, the other one's from Pennsylvania, and Pop-Up, he's from Pennsylvania also.
He's Pennsylvania.
Well, who's
Alex is from right here in Atlanta.
Oh yeah, he's from Atlanta, and Braden is from Wisconsin. None of them have trail names yet because they're just starting. And you don't have a trail name yet.
No, I don't.
I wonder what yours is going to
We
be.
will see.
Yeah, we'll see what you screw up on
No.
or something. Oh yeah? You don't like woodsy woman?
No.
No. Okay. How about hill cruncher? You didn't really crunch the
No.
hills.
No. No. Not my favorite thing. And we have a lot of them to do. But hopefully my legs will get in shape
Oh yeah?
and my back.
Well, don't expect it in the next 1 or 2 days. It's going to take a week for him to start feeling better. So tomorrow or maybe the next day, probably we're going to be really sore.
No, I won't in Jesus'
Then
name.
hopefully by the end of the week, we'll start feeling better and stronger. Because there's no shortage of hills in Georgia. That's all you do is up and down and up and down and up and down. So how many miles you want to do tomorrow?
I don't know.
You did 7 today. It was challenging. I don't want to go too much further or at all because we're only starting out. You don't want to injure yourself, overuse
No.
injuries or something.
I'm not in Jesus' name.
But so that's
We'll
why I
have to
didn't want to
see.
go to the next shelter today. It's only 2.5 miles downhill, but we did enough.
Yeah.
We'll just fill up with water tomorrow at the spring and be on our way. See how far we get. If we don't reach a shelter, we'll just find a nice comfy spot in the woods and stealth camp. But we'll have to make sure we hang our bear bags. A lot of bears in this area. Signs all over the place about bear activity. They know that when hikers come, food comes with them. Anyway, this is pretty darn good.
Yep.
I'm surprised. Any thoughts about today? Harder than you thought?
Yes.
Expected?
Harder, and it's a lot of mental.
Yeah, it definitely is mental.
It's mental.
When
'Cause
you
I'm
go up those hills and
constantly
you're tired,
thinking, and I have to
you gotta push yourself. Yeah.
rethink other things.
Rethink
Pray.
other things? Like what?
God, you said.
Okay.
And I quote scripture.
Well, that's a good one because then you can't back out.
And just keep.
And you say, why am I doing this again?
Yeah.
Well, once you get stronger, it won't be nearly as bad. Going up those hills will still be hard, but you'll be able to do it without stopping and you won't feel
a
so
lot
bad.
of stopping today.
Mm-hmm.
But and under the time they anticipated it would take, I think, right? Did we,
Well,
under the 6
there was
hours?
a sign in the beginning by the lodge that said it typically takes 6 hours.
Right.
But I think they're talking about non-hikers or people who are just out for a day hike. Because to go 7 miles in 6 hours isn't very fast. But we did it in we did it in about 5.5 hours.
Oh, it was almost 6.
Considering the difficulty you had going up hills, that was pretty good. But a through hiker who's got his trail legs, 7 miles will do that in about 3.5 hours, maybe 3 hours.
You would have been done a lot earlier. Yeah. Definitely.
So tomorrow we'll see if we can do 7 or 8 miles, and when we feel that we've done enough before we get any kind of injuries or anything,
No,
we will
won't.
stop. And no, I know that, but still, you got to do your
Bugs.
part and take care of yourself.
A little breezy. Feels good though.
So I'd say about another hour and a half, and we'll be walking up there for sunset. And
if I'm not asleep.
no, we got to take. This
I
is a
might be.
really good opportunity
I
to take
might
a
be.
sunset. We have a nice overlook there.
Yeah.
And let's do it before we start falling asleep, before the sun goes down, which we will probably do at least in the first week. And that. Okay, well,
Okay.
I'm almost done.
I'm done.
You're done? Okay, I'm almost done, and then we'll have to put our food in the bear box, and we'll
Right.
get everything ready for tonight, and maybe go up to Springer Mountain and see the beautiful scenery. All right?
Okay.
Sounds good. Let's plan.
All right.
Here we are with Marianne. She's going to give us a tour of the latest rustic style modern privies on the Appalachian Trail. Here we are at the first shelter. And so what style is this again?
Nice and rustic and open.
Open style. Yes, open style seems to be the trend these days.
Door.
No door, keeps it plenty open. And oh, look at this space in here. I like the way you can see all the way through to the toilet seat and everything. You don't have to, just a clear direction through the entire building. I like
You
that.
need to bring your own
Yes,
toilet
own
paper.
toilet paper, right? Where do you put it? On the floor, or
No.
I guess you can
I
put it
keep
on the
in
ledge
my
there.
bed, the ledge, and I first spray the seat
Yes.
with my license
Kill
to kill
the
the
norovirus, right? And I noticed they have handicap bars there. Wow, handicap accessible. This is great.
Except there's no ramp to do that.
Yeah,
and
what
that's
happened to the ramp?
nonsense.
But you know how those wheelchair guys are and gals, they just go right up the mountains. So if they can go up the mountains, they can go up these
sure.
simple little stairs, right? And they even have directions posted in case you forgot how to use a toilet. Wow, that's really great.
And you
Okay.
don't want to see inside because it's
Oh, we don't want to
disgusting.
see inside. Okay.
Nope.
Wait a minute. Where's the flush handle?
There's no flush
No
handle.
flush
it
handle.
just sort of goes down.
Wow,
to the ground.
composting toilet.
That's it.
The modern way, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you for this tour.
Yes. Only the best.
Only the best. And you were mentioning about some other privies along the trail that were of interest.
I think it's in Vermont. I'm not sure, but I know there is one privy that's a two-seater.
A two-seater.
That has two
Oh,
seats
is it labeled
with-
husband and wife?
Nope, with
No? Divider.
no divider whatsoever.
Wow.
I don't know why, but okay.
All right.
So you can chat with your neighbor.
I understand there's quite a few in the Smoky Mountains that are handicap accessible for wheelchairs. Yes, well, thanks to our government and their regulations, we have all kinds of strange things here. So look at this beautiful sunset that you're going to see with me, right? We're going to sit there and watch it sink into the horizon on our first night on the Appalachian Trail.
I'm going to bed.
What do you mean to bed? It's
I'm
daytime.
tired.
It's
Yep.
daytime. See,
And
the sun
I
is
know.
up. It's daytime.
And that's great, but I'm going to bed. I'm tired.
No.
Yep.
This can't be.
Yeah.
So I have to go see the sunset myself.
You can go see the sunset yourself. So
My wife will not even accompany me.
I'm tired.
I'm hurt and
No, you're not.
yes, I am. I'm hurt and dismayed. So yes, you really are going to bed. Okay, I guess it's that
Too
time.
long for the sun to set.
Yes, sun, set quicker, please.